Well, the John and Jeff double act are back. We're thinking about Kirkcaldy Free Church's vision statement. We're on the third point, which is
to equip and encourage members in personal evangelism.
I've known Jeff for 18 months and I've learned a lot from Jeff and Maddie in terms of personal evangelism. Jeff is natural, I think, and gifted at getting to know people and building up relationships with neighbours, with people at the badminton that he goes to, book club, all these things, and quite deliberately so. That's what you're trying to do, Jeff, and so that's really encouraged me, and I've been doing more evangelism than probably ever before, learning from you. But is it all about people in ministry doing that? Really, we're thinking, what about everyone in Kirkcaldy Free Church?
Yeah, I think one standout example for me in the Bible as to why it's not just ministers who do evangelism is the woman at the well of Samaria in John chapter 4. She hasn't had any Bible college training. She hasn't even been a believer that long, but she goes to the women of her village and tells them about what Jesus has said to her and what Jesus has done.
So that's a brilliant example. So that's someone who's just an ordinary person, ordinary believer, just like those who are coming to our church. We're all just ordinary folk, but we want everyone to be involved in evangelism. And so my vision as a pastor would be that 5 years from now, there are many people who have been brought to church, not just by Jeff, not just by me, I hope we will, but my vision for 5 years that there'll be many people that you have brought to church. Just finally, what about prayer? Before, during and after evangelism, what's the role of prayer, Jeff?
Well, the role of prayer is central as we consider evangelism. Ultimately, people aren't joining a club when they come to Jesus. When they come to Jesus, they've been converted. Now that's a work of God. We can't do that, no matter how gifted we are at certain things. It's only God who can convert, and so it makes sense, therefore, that throughout the process we're praying for those we're engaging with, that God would convert them.
Great, so we need to pray for opportunities, that God would put people in our paths, that we can speak to about Jesus, and we need to pray even as we're speaking to them, that the Holy Spirit would give us the words to say. So we're depending on God in the whole process. And it might not all be easy. We might get some people who don't want to hear about Jesus and might not want to be our friends anymore even. So there might be a cost to our evangelism. Should we still do it?
Absolutely. And even it's been helpful going through the book of Acts in the morning, where we've seen many are converted, and then often the next scene is opposition. And so you get both.
Absolutely. That's really helpful. Thank you, Jeff.